Hello. Today I wanted to talk about time and space as it relates to building or improving your creative life. Time and space are two of the most difficult aspects of our creative lives that we're able to try. They're difficult to construct for ourselves in a way that makes us happy. We allow interruptions and distractions, and even though we don't think we do, the truth is that we are the cause of our own limited time. And a lot of people may not be ready to hear that because it's a nice excuse to say, I don't have enough time to write. I don't have enough time to create. I have a very busy job, or my family's, I have to take care of my family, or I've got, I volunteer, I do all these things. And so I don't have enough time. And I'm kind of, I have some sympathy, but not to the point where it's like, oh yeah, you're so right. You have no time ever. I have yet to run into someone whose life is so crazy busy that they don't have 15 minutes every day to create. And this is something that is probably the biggest struggle that I hear from creatives, but it's also the struggle that they are least willing to do anything about. And because it's so much easier to say, well, I'm not able to work on my project because I just don't have enough time to do it. It offers up a great excuse. And at the root of that is fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of looking like a fool, fear of creating something that's terrible, fear of putting yourself out there and you'll just be ridiculed, or you'll get bad reviews, or your family will come at you. There's a lot there. So when we say, I just don't have time to finish, I don't have time to work on this, it's probably not true. And I challenge you to really take a look at your situation and ask yourself, okay, how badly do I want to create this? In a previous video, I talk about self-determination and that it's all up to you. That if you're going to be successful, it comes down to you and how badly you want it. Because when we want something badly enough, we don't stop ourselves from doing it. But when we're afraid of it, for whatever reason, then we come up with excuses. The easiest excuse is no time or space. I just don't have a place to work. I'm constantly interrupted. It's too loud, or it's not loud enough. There are so many different excuses that people come up with. And I would say that before you really can be successful in your creative journey, that it's really important that you figure out your time and your space and get to a mindset that you believe that you are worthy of the time to create, and you're worthy of your own space to create, and that these are aspects that you must take responsibility for, full responsibility. No more excuses. I challenge you today, no more excuses. You have the time. You will make the time if you're struggling to fit it in. You have places to create. And if you're struggling seeing the places that you have to create, then I challenge you to make space for your creativity, for whatever work you have to do. One way to go about doing this is to assess your schedule now. How is it, if you're struggling, then what I want you to do is first of all, look at your current situation as objectively as possible. The best way to do that is to track your time from hour to hour. And within each hour, you write down what it is you're doing. Now, this is tedious for sure, because if we're the kind of people who do like lots of little things within an hour, then it can totally get, oh God, the 15 minutes I did this, and 10 minutes I did this, and the next 10 minutes I did this. That absolutely can get tedious, but you'll see that if you're dividing your time up like that, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 15 minutes there, then you're not using your time efficiently. And I'm one of the things that I do with my coaching is I help creatives figure out where they're dropping their time and where they're not using it efficiently. What I do is I find out with them, what their ideal creative time is. And we figure out, well, why aren't you taking that ideal time and taking advantage of your ideal space? Why is that such a struggle? We work through that. We also tap into the creative's natural creative forces so that you understand more about yourself and why you're getting in your own way and why you're allowing family members to interrupt you, why you're allowing your boss to call you on the weekend when you're not working, why you allow your household chores to suddenly become so important that you have to do those instead of sitting down and working. So if this sounds like a struggle that you're having, if you're having trouble with time and space and you just don't know how to get started, you don't know how to even track your time, or if you've tracked your time but you don't know how to now restructure your day, then give me a call. I offer free consultations. I'm happy to get on the phone with you or a Zoom call, and we can talk through the initial, what things look like, the initial outlook of your situation. And I will give you some helpful tips to get started on just getting back on track and figuring out a creative life for yourself that is meaningful and joyful and full of curiosity and wonder and positivity, because that's really what being a creative is all about. So let me know if this is something that you're struggling with. If you'd love to get on a call with me, leave a message below and we will chat, okay? And I hope you have a fantastic day.